VolReport YouTube channel. I'm Ryan Sylvia, joined by Dale Dowden and Noah Taylor. We're all with VolReport.com on the Rivals Network. We have another trivia video. We're doing them every single Thursday this off season, so make sure you subscribe to the page to make sure you don't miss any videos, and then go back and watch some of the previous ones. This one, since Josh Heupel took over in 2021, there have been 30 players to catch a pass in his offense at Tennessee. We're going to see if Dale and Noah can name all 30 of them. As you can see on the left side of the screen, some of them tied with the same amount of receptions. So that's why there's those duplicate numbers, is because they're in the same position. But ultimately, it's 30 total players. You get 3 strikes, then you're out. We'll see who can survive the longest and how many of these guys they can rattle off, because some of them are pretty easy and some of them are deep cuts. We'll start with Noah. Noah, who do you want to take off the board first?
I will go with Velus Jones.
Velus Jones Jr. is number 6 on the list. He had 62 receptions in his Tennessee career. Dale, we'll go to you.
Javonte Payton.
Javonte Payton, he's on the list, but in his 1 year, he only ended up catching 18. So he's at number 14 on the list. It's his. I thought that was a funny one when I was putting this together. It was his yardage is pretty high, but it was all those big splash plays, not a whole bulk of receptions. But he's on there, 18 receptions, and at number 14, Noah, back to you.
Cedric Tillman.
Cedric Tillman's going to be the number 1 answer. 2 seasons in the offense, 101 receptions for Cedric Tillman. A lot of those coming in that 2021 season where he was really the bulk of that offense for Hendon Hooker and company. Back to Dale.
Princeton Fant.
Princeton Fant, the first tight end taken off the board. He's at number 8, 38 receptions for Princeton Fant. Back to Noah.
You know, I was going to save him for either my first guess or my last one. I didn't know which one was more, I'm losing my train of thought here because I'm thinking about it. I'll go with my guy, Ramel Keaton.
Ramel Keaton, there he is. He is at number 4 on the list, 73 receptions for Ramel Keaton. So he's all the way up in 4th place, one of the few guys on the list that was there for all 3 seasons. Dale, who do you want?
Squirrel White.
Squirrel White, in 2 seasons, he's all the way up to number 2 at 97. So should be at number 1 after this season in receptions. He had that freshman year where he primarily played with the second string guys with Joe Milton and company, but he ended up getting a good bulk of work in that season, even though it was when games were usually out of hand. And like I said, he's all the way up to 97, and that's the top 2 guys taken off the board. Swing it back to Noah.
I guessed this guy on one of our previous trivias and got it wrong. So I think that was for touchdowns from Hendon Hooker. Touchdown passes from Hendon Hooker.
Yep.
As far as catches, though, I feel pretty good about it. But I'll say Jimmy Holiday.
Jimmy Holiday tied for 18th with 7. Yeah, if you guys missed that video, that was one of my favorites that we've done so far. Touchdown. Every player that's caught a touchdown from Hendon Hooker at Tennessee in his 2 seasons. But Jimmy Holiday, he's in there. Swing it back to Dale.
Jacob Warren.
Jacob Warren is going to be the top tight end on the list at number 7. He's got 46, another guy that was there for all 3 seasons, just wrapped up his Tennessee career.
I'll go another Jimmy and say Jimmy Callaway.
Jimmy Callaway, he's there as well, and he's got the same amount of catches as Jimmy Holiday at 7. So another guy tied for 18, the 2 Jimmys. Back to Dale.
I'm going to stick with the tight ends and go with Castles.
Castles as well. He's in there. He's in 11th place with 22 in his lone season with the Vols last year with Joe Milton and Nico tossing in footballs. Go back to Noah.
I will say, surprisingly, I guess people watching this, it took us this long, but I'll say Jalen Hyatt.
Yeah, he's the number 3.
That was just the most obvious one.
He's the number 3 guy. He had 88 in his 2 seasons under Josh Heupel. So he's in 3rd place, and that takes out the top 4 and then 6 through 8. So there is that 5th place guy sitting in there. But other than that, the top 8 has all been said.
Dylan Sampson.
Dylan Sampson has caught a handful of passes. He's caught 20, and that's good for 12th place on the list. Dylan Sampson, his 2 seasons. Back to Noah.
I'll take one from Dale's book here and stick with a running back and say Jalen Wright.
Jalen Wright, he's caught 30. He's in 9th place. He is the top running back on the list.
Jabari Small.
Jabari Small's right behind him at 28 in 10th place. Titans legend with the hat on right now as he's in their training camp. Jabari Small's in at 10. So now that's the entire top 12 outside of number 5 has been taken off the board.
I'll go with some more recent guys. I'll say Caleb Webb.
Caleb Webb's in there at 15 with 16 catches. Came on strong last season. Caleb Webb off the board.
Chaz Nimrod, he just beat out Caleb Webb, a guy that they're kind of tied together a little bit, similar career paths so far. He's just ahead of Caleb Webb, though, with 3 more catches, 19, and he is at number 13. So now that's the entire top 15, except for the number 5 guy, have been taken, along with 2 guys in the 18th spot.
I'll do another tight end and say Ethan Davis.
Ethan Davis, he's caught 2 passes, so that's the least amount of catches named so far, and he's tied for 24th. The tight end just finished up his freshman campaign. Let's go back to Dale.
Brew McCoy.
Brew McCoy's the number 5 guy. 69 catches in his Tennessee career, 2 seasons so far. Had that last one cut short, but he's climbed all the way up to the top 5.
Another obvious one.
Yeah, so that'll be the top 15 off the board now. You still have a little bit of a ways to go, though, to clear this one completely out. As we'll swing it back to Noah.
Yeah, I'm running out of steam here, I guess.
But I'll start getting, since it's going to be tough to get some wrong on this, I'll get a little timer up. You got 30 seconds. Yeah. If you can't think of one in 30 seconds, then that's going to be a strike. I'll start your timer right now, Noah, just so we can get some strikes on the board.
Yeah, I'll go with Walker Merrill.
Walker Merrill's in there. He caught a touchdown. He was a sneaky one in the Hendon Hooker video because he ended up catching one from Hendon. He's tied for 16th with 13 catches.
What about Tyon Evans? Is he on there?
Tyon Evans is on there. He caught 4 in his one season, that 21 season. So he's alone in 21st place with 4 catches. Back to Noah.
Oh, man. He ended up transferring. I cannot remember if he played under Heupel his first season, but I will say Tim Jordan.
He is not going to be on the list. That is Noah's first strike so far, swing and a miss. Dale with the advantage now. If you guys clear the board, whoever has less strikes is going to be the winner. So, Dale, who do you got?
Is Cam Seldon on the list?
Cam Seldon is not on the list. He's yet to catch a pass in this offense. So that'll be Dale's first strike as well. Now we're tied up at 1 strike apiece as we head back to Noah.
Oh, boy.
The top guy remaining with 13 catches is in a tie for 16th place.
I know he got in the offense late last year. I got to be honest. I know he didn't have the impact that maybe they were hoping for. I know they were trying out of speed and everything. Big special teams guy. Did D. Williams catch a pass at all?
He caught 2 of them, so he's tied for 4th with 2 catches. Now a Seahawks legend. So we'll swing it over to Dale to see if he can stay with just 1 strike. Start that shot clock timer.
Yeah.
You guys on the spot a little bit as this winds down.
I feel like some of these are going to be so obvious when we hear the answers. We'll be mad.
Some of them more obvious than others, but you guys are getting to the point where it gets a little shaky. So you got 10 seconds left before you're hit with a shot clock violation.
Man, I'm drawing major blanks right now.
All right, that'll be Dale's second strike so far. He's got 1 left. Take a little bit of time while Noah answers his to see if you can pull one out here. There's I will say that number 16 guy is definitely one that you'll kick yourself for. The rest of them, you might have to dig a little bit deeper. Swing it back to Noah.
We're counting spring games, right?
We are not counting spring games.
No, Mike Matthews doesn't count.
Yeah, Mike Matthews doesn't count. None of that counts just yet.
Yeah, those are a little more fresh in my mind. Oh man.
Well, if you looked at the recruiting trivia video, maybe Mike Matthews wasn't too fresh in your mind for that one.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is very true. Gosh. Man.
Coming up on your shot clock violation too, Noah. That'll be the buzzer ringing. 2 strikes for each guy. We'll go back to Dale. If
Dante Thornton.
Dante Thornton. He's got it. That's the guy in 16th place. Came on a little bit later last season.
I watched him catch a touchdown right in front of me when he injured himself at Missouri.
I remember you got a decent picture of that catch too. Dale did a great job with the photo galleries during football games last year. But he caught 13 on the season, including that touchdown. And that puts Dale in a position to win this thing. Noah, to stay alive, do you have anything?
Dang, Dante Thornton I should have thought of. So now I
got a couple tight ends, and the rest are and a running back, and the rest are going to be wide receivers. So you got 20 seconds to stay alive.
Gosh, a running back. Oh man, I assume he's not with the team anymore.
No.
I don't know. I just probably take my L for the 3rd straight week here.
Noah with another loss. He hits his 3rd strike. Dale, another win for you. Do you have anything else that you want to rattle off before I start giving some hints to see if you guys can clear this board?
Yeah, I'm. I think I'm tapped out on names at this point.
All right, you still secured that win. You got more right than Noah ultimately did. Let's see. We have 8 guys left. The most receptions left on that list. He has 7, tied for 18th. He's been on the team for a while. I believe he's been there for all 3 years, and he's the 12 personnel guy. When they need that extra tight end on the field, this is who they call on.
Oh God. Oh, Hunter.
Yep.
Hunter
Salmon. That's
Salmon,
it.
yeah.
Hunter Salmon. You got it.
Wow.
We'll go down. We have 2 guys with 3 catches, both of them tied for 22nd place. One of them a family history with Tennessee, a walk-on receiver, and the other guy a bit in our industry. He's a business guy, is kind of what his mark is.
Grant. Oh,
yep.
Sorry.
You got it, Grant Firking.
Yeah.
And then the other guy with a little bit of a family history, walk-on receiver who came in cleanup duty a few times over his career. Brother on the basketball team, I'll even say.
Is he currently on the basketball team? Or?
No.
Oh.
No, former walk-on as well. He's got the initials JJ. That one's going to be Jack Jansen.
Yeah. God.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Wow.
Now we'll go down the list a little bit further. A tight end who's had 2 catches in his career. I believe he started at UCF and made his way over to Tennessee with Josh Heupel. It's going to be a tough one, though. Yeah, UCF guy. He's from Kingsport, but began his career at UCF and then in 2022 came over to Tennessee, tight end.
Oh, I remember that happening. I'm one of the few guys that followed him over, but I can't think of the name.
So he does have that funny timing where
technically that first freshman season at UCF, Heupel was already gone, but recruited by him down to Florida and then to UCF, and then made his way back up to Tennessee. I'll give you guys that one too. That's a tough one. Charlie Browder is going to be.
Yeah, I would not have guessed that one.
That one. We got 4 guys left, 1 catch each. I'll give you a hint on one of them. I'll give you a hint on 2 of them. I'll give you 2 that I don't think you guys would ever get. Anderson Kobe in that 2021 season caught a pass, and Nathan Roberts has a reception as well. The 2 guys I think that you might be able to land on with a hint or 2. The first one is that running back I was talking about. He's at another SEC school now. He was on the 21 team, and I'll even say he made his transfer over to Georgia.
Oh, Laneith Whitehead.
Yep. Laneith Whitehead's the guy. He caught 1 in that 2021 season. Then the last guy on the list, he is a spring game demon. He always seems to have himself some nice orange and white games. He's got 1 though in actual regular season and bowl games though. I believe he's entering his sophomore season. Yeah, we'll be playing his sophomore season this upcoming year. So he was in that last year's freshman class. I'm trying to see when he caught that pass. He caught it. Can't see, but he I believe he caught another touchdown. Yeah, he did catch a touchdown during that last orange and white game that just went by.
Ah, yes. It happened right in front of me.
And then I think he caught one the year before too.
Yeah.
I can see that play, but I do not know that kid's name.
Yeah.
It is Dayton Sneed is going to be the last
Sneed's brother. Yep.
On the list. So you guys, out of the 30 guys, though, without any hints, you rattled off 22 of them. And the only one with over 3 catches that you didn't name was Hunter Salmon, who very rarely played. Like I said, a 12-year-old guy that just kind of came in for blocking duties. So I would say that was a successful trivia. But Noah, you're letting Bill build up a little bit of a lead. I'll have to go back and kind of run the numbers and see exactly what that record stands.
Even the dogs are chewing them out now. How good is that?
I know, yeah.
They're not happy with your performance in another week of trivia, Noah.
They're rightfully ashamed. One thing I've learned with this trivia, which is the most embarrassing aspect, is I seem to get worse at guys that I've watched play with my own eyes.
Yeah, guys from the 50s and 60s, you're on top of it. And then
some of those names that you named off for this, I'm just like, I feel bad because I do not remember them.
What I got lucky with was I did so bad on the Hendon Hooker. I gave you every player that Hendon Hooker did not throw a touchdown.
Yes, exactly.
So I had
the Jimmies.
I remembered those guys. I said, I know they caught a pass. I just got it wrong by who.
So I got a list of 50 receivers. I'm just checking them off as no one misses.
Yeah. The Dante Thornton one, though, is crazy.
There's always one when you get put on the spot.
Yeah, I didn't realize that we had. I was keeping track of the names in my phone. I had a list, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, somebody recent is not on here. That's Dante.
Yeah, you jumped on that one fast when it came up to be your turn. You could see the kind of the lights flickering in your eyes.
As soon as you said the shot clock was on, I saw Noah doing what I typically do. Like, man, as soon as he did that, I'm like, yep.
You got another one. You got Dale was Tyon Evans. I was saving that one. I was like, I'll save Tyon Evans when I start like missing out. Losing guys. Walker Merrill was one too. That was like one of my last guesses, but yeah, we'll see. There's always next week.
Yeah, we'll have next week every Thursday up until football season as we can continue to count down. Noah's done a fun countdown with jersey numbers over at VolReport.com. You can go check that out as he, like we've talked about, he likes to dig into those history books. He's good with those 50s, 60s, 70s guys. So if you want to relive some Tennessee greats, that's been a fun read every single morning to see kind of countdown with the jersey numbers. We have football recruiting at all times. It's kind of the busiest part of the year almost for football recruiting right now with official visits going on everywhere. Tennessee with the 4-star commit on Wednesday morning on the Edge. We have everything you need in that respect. And then the College World Series begins this weekend. Noah's going to be out in Omaha covering it. Tennessee, Florida State on Friday night to get that thing started.
everything you need under the umbrella of Tennessee athletics over at VolReport.com. Links to everything you need is in the description. Thank you for watching.